Fasting from chaos. What if chaos isn't something that happens to you and I, but something you and I have been choosing? Not because we want to be overwhelmed, but because somewhere along the line and along the way, busy became safe, noise became normal, and stillness started to feel suspicious. Like if you stop moving, something might catch up with you. Like if you stop being needed, you might stop mattering. Like if the calendar was empty, something must be wrong. So we fill it. We answer, we show up, we overschedule, and we overcommit, we overexplain, and then we wonder why we're exhausted. We're not tired because life is too full. We're tired because we haven't let ourselves fast. Not from food, but from chaos. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Simone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. And I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan, my BFF, for real. And I'm a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. Born in Fort Worth, raised in Dallas, and built in LA. I trained at Juilliard with the School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs. The first of the 450 was led by celebrity trainer Gunnar Peterson, known for training the Kardashian family. As a certified celebrity trainer myself, some notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, and Amber Raleigh of Glee. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet chats include Richard Branson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Justin Baldoni, and Tiana Taylor, to name a few. I share my accomplishments to honor the millions of sacrifices my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I'm still becoming. So, if you're listening and or watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8. It is a 15-minute micro learning moment for macro living. And I'm so overjoyed that you are here because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace in this space because we are living in some interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body, health, because ultimately that is our wealth, and microdoses for macro living. So make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause for a cause. Clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision making. And giving yourself grace in this space because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with. Something practical, something grounded, and something you could carry with you, hopefully. So, wherever you're listening from, tune in and turn up. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not a monologue, and please leave a 5-star rating. So let's take a breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get ready, set, let's go and grow, and let's be great for this episode. Today's title is Fasting from Chaos. So we've spent this week inside the body reset and detoxing. We've talked about detoxing isn't just about being skinny or slim. It's also about inflammation and physical and emotional and spiritual inflammation, about our nervous system and dopamine, and why discipline without clarity becomes punishment and or self-sabotage. And today, I'd like to close this week with the practice that ties all of this together: fasting from chaos. Now, when most people hear the word fasting, they think food or calories or a cleanse or a detox for what you're eating or putting on your body or drinking. But fasting is simply the practice of intentional abstinence and choosing not to consume something for a season, for a day, for an hour, so that your body and your mind can reset. And chaos is one of the most under identified things we consume. We consume it through our schedules, through our relationships, through our phones, through our own habits of over availability and people pleasing. Which brings me to key number 1. Chaos, it's a comfort zone, and stillness feels like a threat. Here's the thing nobody talks about when they say they want peace. For a lot of us, chaos is familiar, and familiar feels safe. For example, if you grew up in an environment where things were unpredictable, where calm was temporary, and something was always about to go wrong, your nervous system learned to expect disruption. So when things get quiet, your body doesn't exhale, it braces. It waits for the other shoe to drop. And so we sometimes fill the quiet by creating busyness. We manufacture urgency. We find a problem, it can be yours or someone else's, to solve, a person to rescue, or rescue a stray cat, a crisis to manage, because doing feels safer than being. And I just realized I'm constantly trying to find dogs to save. But busyness becomes identity. Over scheduling becomes productivity. And being needed becomes purpose. And if your calendar is empty, if no one is calling, if nothing is on fire, something must be wrong with you or I. But that's not purpose, that's conditioning. And the first step of fasting from chaos is recognizing that stillness is not a threat. It's the destination and or a journey. Which brings me to key number 2. Over availability and people pleasing are chaos in disguise. Some of the chaos in our lives isn't coming from our circumstances, it's coming from us saying yes. The yes you gave when you meant to say no, the availability you offered when you needed rest, the opinions you absorbed from someone else that tried to put it on you, the conversations you stayed in far too long, the noise you let in because saying no felt like rejection, confrontation, or selfishness, or assertiveness. People pleasing is not kindness. It is the sacrifice of your peace or your advocating for yourself on the altar of someone else's comfort. The altar, because you're sacrificing yourself for someone else's comfort. Over availability, it's not generosity. It is the erosion of your boundaries until there's nothing left to protect. And the phone, the news, the opinions, the group text messages, every scroll, every headline, every group chat notification that pulls your attention before you even decided where to put it, that is chaos. And you and I are consuming it voluntarily. Every time you answer when you shouldn't, every time you explain when you don't have to, every time you absorb someone else's emotional weather as if it were your responsibility, you and I are choosing chaos over clarity. Which brings me to key number 3. The 24-hour chaos fast, one intentional day. Here's your practical takeaway for week 1. I'm not asking you to overhaul your life. I'm asking you to choose one day this week and fast from chaos for 24 hours. So here's what that looks like. Fast from the phone first thing in the morning, right? Your first 30 minutes belong to you. No scroll, no news, no notifications. Before you give the world or anyone else your attention, give yourself 5 minutes of quiet and being still and checking with your body and taking a breath and letting your nervous system wake up on its own terms. And even waking up on your own terms. Like, I remember when I had a ringtone that was so unsettling, like it sounded like there was something wrong. Like, change your ringtone to something that sounds and or feels like birds chirping or nature. Fast from over availability. For one day, do not respond immediately. You are not on call. Let your messages sit. Give yourself permission to be unreachable for a window of time, not because you don't care, but because you do. You care about yourself. Fast from the noise. No news first thing, no opinion heavy content, no group chats until noon. Choose what enters your mind deliberately. Protect the quiet, protect your peace. And then fast from the overscheduled calendar. Look at your calendar for this one day. Find one commitment that isn't truly necessary, one obligation you said yes to out of guilt, out of habit or fear or disappointing someone. Cancel it, move it, or protect that time as yours. One day, not perfectly, but imperfectly and intentionally. So let's bring this all together. Fasting from chaos is not about doing less, it's about choosing more deliberately. Chaos as a comfort zone is a trauma response, not a personality trait, and you and I are allowed to outgrow it. Over availability is not a virtue, it's a habit, and habits can change. The noise you've been consuming has been shaping your nervous system, your identity, and your peace without your conscious permission. One day can change that, not because one day fixes everything, because one day proves to your nervous system that stillness is survivable. And that is where the real detox begins. So, our one reflection question: what are you and I consuming in our schedules, in our relationships, in our habits that you and I would call chaos if we were honest about how it makes us actually feel? So, not that you're busy with it, but what are you and I consuming that keeps our nervous system from ever fully landing and being at peace? So sit with that today and choose that one thing, just one, to fast from tomorrow or today when you listen to this in the morning. So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me today. I am so genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. So before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and one reflection question from today's episode. Key number 1, chaos is a comfort zone and stillness feels like a threat. Key number 2, over availability and people pleasing are chaos in disguise. Key number 3, the 24-hour chaos fast, one intentional day. And our question to sit with: what am I consuming in my schedule, my relationships, or my habits that I would call chaos if I were honest about how it makes me feel? So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that I shared that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and leave a comment so that this is a dialogue and not a monologue. And please leave a 5-star rating. It helps this space to grow and reach others who may need it. And before we close, I want to extend a gentle invitation if you've been listening consistently and reflecting or feeling called to move beyond just listening into a community of connection and intentional growth. I'd love for you to consider becoming a Cut to the Chasers Circle founding member. This is a foundational community for those who want to build, grow, and heal together intentionally and honestly and in rhythm. And founding members help shape what this space becomes. And I'd be honored to have you be a part of that beginning. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15-minute microdose for macro living. Now let's close with one breath together. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central. This is Cut to the Chase at 8 with me, Madison Simone Chase. And thank you for starting and ending your day with intention and grace. It's Cut to the Chase at 8. You're ready, set, grow, and let's go. And let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.